Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't fucking take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back.
This job is not for everyone. It's all fun and games and jokes on social media. But this shit is dangerous. But we
Isn't that the funniest shit ever, you guys? Come on now, it's funny. Sup, Mudgy? Hey, Marianne. Hey, girl, hey. Hi, Black Eagle. Miss Barbara, you might want to have to come up here a minute. Or not. Okay, there's just so much going on, okay? We got Mary Whitmore. We will get into her. We're going to get into James Brenner. And we're going to talk about Letecia. We're saving the best for last, okay? Not saying she's the best, but you know what I mean? There's a lot to pack in with her, okay? I found some disturbing shit within those 3,000-page documents. Oh, my God. And then we got Bobbi Boone. Miss Bobbi Boone from Missouri. I have some questions. Because, you know, hold on, Miss Barbara. Because we've been discussing, I haven't really been around much, guys, if you noticed. June was not a good month. Okay, but we've been doing Timmy D's case file, okay? And if you're in that case file, I'm talking about you. There's nothing you can do about it. Because I always say, you're in the case file, okay? I'm going to talk about you. Also, it's public record. There's nothing you can do. So try better. Hello, Miss Barbara.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm great.
Wonderful. All right. Now, I have a question for Bobbi. Bobbi. Hold on. I'm trying to get my documents right here. Bobbi, what were you doing in jail? What were you doing in jail? In Madison County? I want to know. Because it's a public right to know, right? Because you could be a danger to society. You could. Out of custody on the 27th at 8:20 a.m. Now, this is my question, people. Bobbi has a criminal record longer than anybody I have known. Okay? Okay? One of many, except for TJ Wiggins. He has over 200 felonies. Okay? Okay. TJ's, okay? But let's say Missouri. Okay? Female. Now, I'm going to show you something here, and this ain't her Texas record, okay, you guys? I want to know how somebody that's on probation that commits other crimes and no, alleged crimes, okay, alleged crimes. Let me get my wording right. And, okay, while she's out on probation, okay, she commits more crimes, allegedly, that she's charged with, okay? We'll get into that here in a minute. But then, June 26th, she gets arrested again. What was she arrested for? If it was a probation violation, why is she out? Why is she out? Why does this woman get so many chances? Okay, I'm not done. I want to show the people what I'm talking about here so they get an understanding. This is Bobbi, okay? And of course, they changed it down here. Complete sentence not found, of course. But here she's on probation for 2 counts of felony controlled substance, okay? Except 4 counts. Okay? So that shows you there she's on probation. Now looky here. This is her record, which is public information, okay? On the court website, I must say. Okay, she's got 22 cases here, okay, you guys? And I'm not going to go through every one because it don't matter. Only one matters to me, okay? But majority of them are criminal. They are criminal, and they're mainly 3 counties: Madison, Francis, and what's the other one? How do you say that? New Madrid
County.
There we go. Now, this is what I want to show today. This is the one I wanted to get into today to talk to you guys about. Looky here. Watch. Give it a second. Look at there. I can't look at it.
Imagine that.
Yeah. I can look at any other of her stuff, but that one, the one I want to look at.
Who is she?
So now this is my question for you, Bobbi. I'm asking for a friend. Are you a CI for the FBI, FBI, CIA, hell, even the BCA? Are you Illuminati? What are you, woman, to have these kind of records? And I didn't include Texas here, people. I did not include Texas. But anyways, there's a document, and I didn't have time to pull it up. I'm going to have to do it when I do just the Timmy case file day, okay? Yeah, and that's all I'm going to say.
Well, can I say something?
No, you can't. Go ahead.
Well, why was she arrested on the 26th in Madison County? That's what I'd like to.
That don't make sense. How can she got obviously she got out the very next morning, okay? If she is already out on probation for these other felonies, plus she has these felonies, these 3 felonies she's being charged with, right now, these alleged ones, and then she's on probation and she violates again.
She's on probation and parole.
How
do you get arrested on probation and parole? Isn't that a probation violation?
It's some kind of violation. She did something. She violated something. I don't know if she committed another crime, allegedly. I don't know. I don't know if she violated her probation. some other reason, like maybe not calling in saying, hey, well, you know, because look at, she thought it was okay that she didn't have to show up for court because, you know, she's queen bitch out there in Fredericktown.
She thinks she is.
I said it. Queen bitch is what you are. And so, yeah, I'm just asking for a friend. Who do you work for? Who are you an informant for? I know it's not your local, okay? So, you know, the FBI, FBI, CIA, BCA. That's right.
That's right.
Right. I will be looking into this because it's a public right to know. And in my opinion, she is a danger to society. And I have reasons why I say that, okay? It's just not, there's just one case, not just, you know, my Timmy. No. There's other cases, okay? And she likes to beat up people. She likes to give out bad substances to people, okay? That can all be proven.
Yes.
I come with facts. I come with facts. You should know that about me by now. So I want to know how that happened. I want to know.
I want to know what she was on the 26th and then got out.
Yep. Booked the 26th at 10 a.m. and she was out at 8:20 a.m. on the 27th.
There it is.
There it is, people. Yep. To be continued. What do you think about that, Miss Barbara? Anybody in chat? Any commenting? Barbara's echoing. How come? Talk a minute.
I don't know.
Oh, you are. I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna mute.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. Are we echoing? Okay, talk again. I had to go.
All right.
Something.
Am I echoing now?
I don't think you are. Okay.
Somebody heard she's got an ankle bracelet on.
She has the ankle bracelet on. It wasn't supposed to leave Madison County, and she was in Bollinger County, was in jail there too, allegedly.
Thank you for the info.
I know for sure she was in Madison County. That's all I know.
Yeah, I know for a fact she was in jail in Madison County on the 26th and got released on the 27th. Because I did my homework.
Nothing pulls up.
Not all my friends are in low places.
I think she's an informant of some kind, allegedly. For someone to get away with all these crimes that have to do with dealing and selling substances, being involved in other criminal activities, and I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Sucks. Okay, what does everybody else think here? She's paying someone off or working for someone. Right. This
she ain't got
normal.
Money to pay nobody off, but she's doing some kind of work.
Because let me tell you something. If I would have time, I would go through her complete record with you guys, and you guys would be blown away. And I would go through Texas too. And it'd be like, why is this dangerous woman, walking the streets? She's dangerous.
She ain't gonna be walking the streets forever. Ankle bracelet. Wow.
Well,
she did the stuff she did, I'd be put away for good.
I laughed at that.
I would.
I want to look at everybody's comment here. Where am I? Miss Barbara. Do you know who Slumlord is? Do you remember? Miss Barbara, remember last year we did the Leticia's trial and the 5-foot assassin? This is my G. Remember G? He changed his name though, like 100 times, but that's
Well,
him.
hello. Good to see you again. I didn't know you changed your name.
Yeah, he's changed his name like several times. I never know what his name is.
I'm surviving. I ain't done fighting. That's what I'm letting you know. I'll be in Fredericktown on that. They're having a thing this Saturday from 1 to 4 for the sheriff. Meet and
Oh.
greet. Oh, I'll be there.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep, this Saturday between 1 and 4, there's a meet and greet.
Is there?
Yep. I'm calling everybody I know, trying to get them to come.
I would come if I could,
I know you would.
but I can't.
You'll be there.
I'll be there. You guys won't know when though.
No, I mean, you'll be there Saturday. You just don't know. I'll let you know. I'll get a hold of you while I'm there.
This job is not for everyone. It's all fun and games and jokes on social media. But this shit is dangerous. But we
I'm sorry.
That's a good one.
I'm going to be adding some people to that. I
You
know.
need to put Bobbi Boone's picture in there.
Yeah, I know. She's a coming.
And Caleb.
No, we're going to have a whole Missouri one. There's
Yeah,
going to be just a Missouri one here.
Yeah, you could have a whole one just in Fredericktown. I can send you the pictures.
Yeah, I got them all. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm making sure you had every one of them.
Yeah, you do send me anyway. I'm like, Miss Barbara, I got this one. Well, now you got another one.
I don't want you to miss anything, Kit. Like you do. I just send you the stuff. You're the investigator.
Oh, Miss Barbara's funny. I'm like, yeah, I already know. I already looked into it. Oh, okay. I just thought I'd let you know. No, that's all cool. All right. So we're going to be done with Bobbi for now. Okay. So let me X out everything here because we don't want to talk about her no more. Well, we will. I do. I like to talk about Bobbi.
Yeah, she's famous.
Yeah, she's famous, you guys.
Hi,
Hey,
Kimberly.
Miss Kimberly. Miss Kimberly's here.
It's the first time I could see the comments.
That's because I'm putting them on the screen. That's why.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How you like that?
Yeah,
You
I like that.
Miss Barbara? Okay,
And I
Miss
can say
Barbara.
hello to everybody.
I'll try to keep up. I
Thank
will.
them for being here. Thanking them all for being here.
Yes. That's right. That's right. Justice for Timothy's. All right. Now, does anybody know who James Brenner is? Anybody remember? I do.
All right. No.
Oh, I forgot to pull up this kid's thing. Oh, come on. I'm not looking at chat, by the way, because I'm not in Streamer. Hold on. Here we go.
Boy, your baby's having a good day outside today, huh?
Who?
Your baby.
Oh, Nala? That was the other day.
Yeah.
I thought I'd just put her on my background, okay?
She's in. That was a pretty day, it looks like.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. Thank you for being here.
Now, Jim's... Okay, hold on. I got to put this up. Dang it. If anybody remembers, you will know. Gil Rounds. Remember his life was taken? James Brenner was someone the family knew, a family friend, you guys. It took this boy's life, this 17-year-old's life.
I remember that now.
Yes.
After seeing his picture.
He got sentenced today. So look at this piece of shit. Loser, James Brenner. Let's watch his sentencing here. It's not very long. Look at him. Look at this demon.
Ooh, he looks like Mike Busking. He's just a little thinner. Seriously. Yeah, justice for Durante.
All right, welcome everyone. Now is the time scheduled for sentencing. These two cases. Mr. Nish, the defense ready to proceed?
Yes, sir.
Mr. See, we have Ms. Stauch here also on behalf of the defense. Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. There is a pre-sentence report that has been filed. Were there any matters that needed to be addressed prior to this?
Nothing from the defendant or anyone's accurate.
All right. Mr. Nish, go ahead and I will hear from you first, and then invite your client to say anything if he wishes.
Your Honor, as a matter of courtesy, I tend to, in these types of cases, like to defer to the families. If the families won't speak to the court, if that's okay, I'd like to make that difference.
Mr. Worrell, do you have any input on that?
Well, Bill, I mean, for the defense counsel, that's fine, but I think that it's important for the family at least to hear, if, Mr. Brenner has anything he wants to say, I think it's important for the family to hear that first.
Mr. Stauch, your input.
We agree with that. We think that the defendant does anything to say we like to hear it first.
And that's fine, Your Honor.
All right.
I just, as a matter of courtesy, I'd like to make that difference.
All right, thank you. It is my practice generally to allow the defense to proceed first. For that very reason expressed by plaintiff. Go ahead, as overruled.
Your Honor, there's not a lot to say from the defense on this. We reached a resolution with the state that involved a Rule 11I conference with the court, wherein my client will plead guilty as charged, as charged in the amended information to a second degree felony on the murder case, carrying a potential penalty of 1 to 15 years, and then as well as pleading guilty in the other case with 2 counts of the possession of a firearm, also each carrying 1 to 15 years of second degree felonies. That plea was executed, the court approved it, and it carried with it terms and conditions that the parties agreed to. A couple of those terms and conditions were that the cases themselves on sentencing would run consecutively, which under the amended information plea that we made amounts to a maximum sentence under the law of 3 to 30 years. We anticipate that would be the court's ruling today. Also, it required that my client engage in recovery efforts of the victim in this case. As the court is aware, that was accomplished. Myself and my client, along with agents from the state of Utah and the federal government, went and successfully retrieved the remains of Dylan Rounds and brought them home to his family. My client did that. And what was interesting to me about that was it was something that my client had asked me about from almost the first day that I was brought into this case. I recognized there were other attorneys that preceded me in this matter. But one of the issues that was continually brought up by my client was he did intend and wanted to bring Dylan home. And he did do his end of that bargain, and those remains were returned. With that said, my client has asked me not to engage with the narrative of what happened in this case, and is himself declined to make these statements to the court or the family. So with that, I'll submit to the court, please follow the recommendation of Rule 11 agreement.
All right, thank you. Mr. Brenner, I'm going to invite you, if you choose to understand what your attorney said, but I'm going to invite you, if there's anything you would like to say, you're welcome to do so. All right, thank you. Mr. Worrell.
What we'd like to do is have 2 people address the court. I know you got a number of witness statements. We have Boone-Letecia here, who has been asked by Dylan's mother, Candace Cooley, to read something to the court on her behalf. Then following her, we have Justin Rounds, Dylan's father, who would like to address her as well. So we'll have Mr. Carroll first. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I misheard you. We're gonna have Justin go first.
Okay, sir, if you would, go ahead.
I didn't write any speech or anything. I didn't really even know what I was going to say until I got here. I mainly wanted to talk to Jim. And when this all started, when you got arrested, I asked that guy agent kind of if he knew anything about your past, Jim, to see it. But I guess I was trying to figure out a way to forgive him. And then we went to where you laid Dylan, where you tried to bury him. And I asked the same guy agent if you showed any remorse. And he said you showed no remorse whatsoever that he could see. You just tried to blame everything on circumstances and whatever. Like I said, I didn't write it in the law. I just want you to know what you took away. Not just from me, or his mom, or his brother, and a sister. You took away someone who was willing to be active in the society and contribute to society. As far as I can tell, in your whole entire life, you've never contributed to society once. Dylan helped you out so many times, whether it be hauling sugar beets or potatoes or whatever, and this is how you repay him. I just basically hope that you, for the rest of your life, can think about this. And if a 30 year comes about and you get out, it'd probably be the worst thing that ever happened to you, Jim. And in that time, man, this is hard. I just hope the rest of your life, you remember what you did and what you did, and I hope sometime you feel some remorse or some guilt. That's basically all I have to say. And I wasn't gonna let you just come in here and limp like a little gimp and walk out with nobody saying anything to you at all. You don't have the balls enough to look at anybody in the eye or even look at anybody. Turn around and look at the people who you've affected. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Your Honor, my name is Boone-Letecia, and I'm the founder of Missing American Network. And I'm here today to speak for the family and for Dylan Browns, a young man whose life was stolen from him at just 19 years old. For over 2 years, I've had the privilege of supporting his family through a journey marked by an unimaginable pain, resilience, and unwavering quest for justice. Dylan was no ordinary young man. He was a dreamer, a builder, a visionary. At an age when many are still discovering their path, Dylan had already charted his. He was transforming a piece of Utah desert into a thriving farm. Dylan saw potential where others saw barren land, and he nurtured dreams of creating a verdant sanctuary in one of the harshest environments. His spirit was as vibrant and enduring as the sunflowers he loved. And today, those sunflowers bloom all around the world as a tribute to his remarkable life. The brightness of Dylan's dreams was brutally extinguished. In the days following his disappearance, his family discovered his boots behind a dirt pile. A chilling sign that something was terribly amiss. Despite that critical clue, their pleas for immediate action were met with dismissive and heartbreaking response. Law enforcement not only failed to act with urgency, the situation demanded, but they also compounded the family's suffering by asking them to leave the property where Dylan was last seen. They were told their presence was irritating James Brenner. He was not even the property owner. He spent the time, after the family was forced to leave, cleaning up and disposing of items from the shed that was on the property. The family was convinced that evidence was being disposed of, thrown into a pickup truck, and being driven away. But their pleas fell on deaf ears because an individual who had an open warrant for his arrest, who subsequently confessed to this murder, was being irritated. That careless dismissal is a wound that will never heal. I could continue on with failures in the investigation, from the family being lied to right now, Dylan's remains being stored in a box on a shelf. I don't see any dignity in that, and I wonder how everyone else would feel if it was their son. Throughout these 2 agonizing years, I witnessed the family navigate a harrowing journey. They have fought tirelessly for Dylan for answers for justice. They became their own advocates. They were driven by love and the memory of a son whose life was taken far too soon. James Brenner, the man who took Dylan's life, was no stranger to his family. Dylan gave him work in the middle of nowhere. He paid him to work on his farm. Dylan's family knew James Brenner. He had done farming work in Idaho and stayed in a camp there on their property. They had meals together. They were not strangers. Despite that relationship, not only did he commit the senseless crime of taking Dylan away from them, he intentionally prolonged their torment for 2 years by making them leave the property where Dylan was last seen, by hiding evidence, by trying to confuse the investigation, by returning evidence. And ultimately, he only came forward with the truth so that he could cut a deal and reduce his sentence. His callous disregard for his family, these people who he knew personally, after doing something so devastating to this family, it had no consideration, no compassion, and no empathy for them at any time. That is who this man truly is. This was not an accident. This was calculated. And every action for 2 years since has been calculated as well, in an effort to try to get away with the cold-hearted murder of Dylan Mounts. The acceptance of a plea deal means that today the court will not impose a sentence. The plea deal brings some measure of resolution, but it does not ease the profound sorrow and the sense of injustice that this family feels. Dylan's life was worth more than any plea agreement can acknowledge. He was a young man with dreams that reached far beyond the horizon, and his loss has left a void that can never be filled. Dylan's life did not matter to James Brenner, but he mattered to me, a complete stranger. He mattered to Justin, Candace and Mike. He mattered to Colton and Brooklyn. He mattered to Terry, Denise, Larry, Karen, his dog Hank, the whole entire family. Dylan's life mattered to everyone, but not James Brenner. So, as I'm here today, I would like us to remember Dylan not just as a victim, but as a young man with boundless potential and a heart full of dreams. His legacy will live on with the foundation his family formed to help other families in similar situations. Though we cannot change the past or undo the pain, we can honor Dylan by ensuring that his story is never forgotten and by continuing to seek justice for all victims like him. Dylan's family's fight for unimaginable loss has shown extraordinary strength and resilience. They have carried the torch of his dreams and his memory, making sure that Dylan's light will shine brightly, even in the darkest of times. Thank you.
Don't just take classes, take charge. Start your comeback today at PurdueGlobal.edu.
Pointing out a few things on there. Much like Justin, I was curious to see what Mr. Brenner's reactions and his cooperation with the pre-sentence report, his demeanor in the courtroom today, hoping, expecting to see some remorse. And it was so frustrating and so sad to see that it is just totally absent from this pre-sentence report. Right out the gate, we have a note that he initially did not want to speak with the investigator, would not complete his pre-sentence packet. We read that he rationalized the offense, placing blame on the victim, does not appear to take responsibility for his actions. They note that he poses a significant public safety threat as evidenced by his pattern of antisocial behavior. Certainly that's true. They note a criminal history that spans 4 decades. And over those 4 decades, we have a man who's engaged in numerous violent offenses over the years, leaving a wake of victims behind him. Truly, just sad, frustrating. I can't think of another adjective. But as if that's not bad enough, we get to the pro-criminal attitude aspect of it. It says, Mr. Brenner placed considerable blame for his current situation on the victim, taking no accountability for his actions, and even go on to quote him, saying, he shows no remorse or accountability for his behavior, stating, quote, I lost everything I owned except land and a checking account. I'm not paying because a bastard broke into my place. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. We come before this court with a man, like I said, with a criminal history of 4 decades and a total lack of empathy for anyone and everything. And I think Justin said it best when he commented on just kind of that demeanor and behavior with all this. So sad to see that. And, you know, I'm glad we're able to locate the body, return, Dylan to his family. But it did come at a cost. It came at a cost. And that had nothing to do with, trying to do the right thing or trying to help the family get some closure. It had everything to do with self-preservation. And that shouldn't be lauded. I mean, I'm glad we were able to bring Dylan home, but that's not something that we should, I guess, give Mr. Brenner credit for. It was a means to an end for him, and it's what it's always been. And so it's just so sad. We have the recommendation, there's no surprise on the sentencing. It comports with what we talked about, the 3 years to 30 on the sentencing. And quite honestly, I think that Mr. Brenner will serve most, if not all of that. Out to him. I feel so bad for what everybody's been through as far as the emotional roller coaster of the case and getting to this point finally. It's a relief that we're finally here, but that relief doesn't do anything about the ultimate consequences. Dylan's never coming home. As I read through the letters and statements from people, my heart breaks. To talk about how the impact this kid Dylan had on their lives and just the positivity and the light that he brought to others. And that they'll never see that again. And you contrast that with Mr. Brenner. And Justin said it right. He's never contributed anything to society. It's such a stark contrast between Mr. Brenner and his take on things and Dylan. And yet one of them is in this courtroom living today. So sad. So sad. So there's not a lot I can say. I don't want to overshadow certainly what statements or what statements we've heard here today say. That's the more important thing. But so with that, I'll defer to Your Honor. Again, just express my deepest sympathies. That's so cliche and overstated, but truly, just my heart breaks for the family and everyone involved in this. And with that, I'll submit.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I think what needed to be said about Dylan today has been said, that he was an incredible young man. He had his whole life ahead of him. He was a hard worker. He knew how to love, and he was loved. And so many people who loved him are here today, and they have fought for justice for him. It is, I appreciate the word that the state used, disturbing. It's disgusting, and it's horrific to really witness and experience the lack of remorse. It's really quite evil, and Mr. Brenner has demonstrated that he's unredeemable. And I know that's as harsh, as we can say, but he's clearly made no effort to bring comfort to this family and to take responsibility. To this day, he blames this young man for what he did. Sometimes we need to make unorthodox requests and ask for difficult things. But I would ask that Mr. Brenner have to look back at the galley and look at who is here to support Dylan today. I know they will be respectful, but he needs to be faced with what devastation he has caused. And I would just ask that he be required to look back and view those who are here in support of Dylan today.
Thank you, Mr. Stauch. Mr. Rich.
I would have a lot to say, Your Honor, and my client not asked me to be extremely respectful and to not go into the details of the underlying case in chief. I'll start by saying I appreciate the collegiality and professionalism of my colleagues. This is a hard case. It's a hard case for everybody. And just because we're defense counsel and we have a job to do doesn't mean that we don't also recognize the pain and heartache that goes on with the victims. In fact, we see it not as intimately maybe as Estelle does, for the prosecutor to do, but we see it because we're actively involved in the things that happen in this case. I join my colleagues in that extending condolences and heartfelt to the family. I would ask the court not to propose the request by Ms. Estelle as it would be improper, and would also, I believe, amount to some kind of an extrajudicial punishment of the statutes and laws don't allow. That would just be the modern day equivalent of putting somebody in stocks, not appropriate, not for court. Other than that, Your Honor, there's a lot of things I'd like to say, and I'll hold my peace and submit.
As I've read the information that the family was provided in the letters, and the things that Dylan accomplished in his life, and the drive, and the desire, and the things that he had to make life better, not just for himself, but for those around him, and the love that he had for life. This is not a proper ending for someone like that. And my heart does go out to the family for your loss and for having missed him. And we'll continue to miss him around you. It's a hard request, Ms. Estelle, and I don't want to jeopardize this proceeding in that fashion. The one thing I will say is I will ask Mr. Brenner, if you would, I would like you to stand and I would like you to face them, if you would do that.
By them, Your Honor, I'd like to know who you mean.
Yes, the gallery.
Your Honor, is that an order? Was that a request?
It's a request. I'm asking if Mr. Brenner will do that.
All right, client, with respect to you, but I'll stand.
All right. Mr. Brenner, some of the things that were disturbing to me was that the family was looking for Dylan. You would come around, you would smile and talk with them, knowing full well what had happened, knowing full well what you had done, knowing full well where his body lay, and acted as if nothing happened. My request for you to turn and look at the gallery is similar to something like that. A simple decency. And I think the three words that I heard through the letters came through with what was described here: builder, dreamer, visionary. I don't believe you are those in any respect, Mr. Brenner. That's unfortunate. I wish I could do something more. I understand when this plea was offered and was taken, it was with the consent of the family in an effort to bring closure. So there is nothing more than I can do other than what has been agreed upon. Based on the 3 second-degree felonies, it will be the order of the court to serve 1 to 15 years on each one of those. Those are consecutive. I will give you credit for the time you've served only on those 2 cases, 171 and 110. No other cases. This is in accordance with the agreement, and I want to respect the family with that, and so I'm following that agreement. But I am going to recommend to the parole board that they keep you as long as they legally can. And that's my recommendation to the parole board. I think that's the only leave I have in this sentencing to offer the family. And with that, that will be the sentence. Anything further, Mr. Mayor?
Your Honor, I haven't heard anything beyond restitution. Have we seen?
So we would like to, I know, we would like to leave that open for a little bit because there may be, now that we have the body and working on funeral expenses and things like that, that will be forthcoming. So we might leave that open. I think the statute allows us a year, right?
It's a year.
So if that's okay, that's what we would expect.
In that case, Your Honor, I'll decline to withdraw as counsel today. I'll stay on as counsel for purposes of making sure the restitution is taken care of.
All right. Anything from the prosecution? Mrs. Stella, anything else? All right, once again, I wish the family the best. I know it's all, I wish you the best. Good luck to all of them. That'll be everything. Thank you. Thank you.
He is a piece of shit. He couldn't even turn around and face the family. And did you hear the only reason why he did this plea deal for his own selfish reason. I mean, there is evidence from a cell phone of him cleaning up blood from Dylan. I don't know 100% if there's proof that him, taking his life, but I know him cleaning off Dylan's blood. And law enforcement failed him day one. Do I know who that is? Who? That guy that's we just watched? He's a loser, I can tell you that. He was a squatter, I can tell you that. On somebody else's land. No, I don't know who that is. No, I don't do rap. Come on now. I like my heavy metal and rock. All right. Does anybody know who Mary Whitmore is? Mary. Dear echo? There's an echo? I hope not. What the hell's going on? Oh, okay.
I don't hear it. Oh.
Oh, I know. It was me asking him. I don't hear one, so. All right, let's talk about Mary. Hold on a minute, please. Mary Whitmore. Do you guys remember Polk County Massacre? Now, let me tell you something. Let me get Mary's face up here, which I find is very, very, very interesting. Now, Mary's boyfriend, T.J. Wiggins, and his brother, Robert Wiggins, were involved of killing those 3 boys on Memorial Day weekend in 2020, okay? And she would tell me over and over and over, it's not what you think, it's not what you think, wait till trial. Okay, and I was talking about TJ, he's the one that's got 200 felonies in Florida, okay? How does that happen? And he's a violent offender. He's violent. He likes to beat people. He killed those 3 boys with a shotgun. Anyway, she took a plea deal, which I was very shocked when I heard that. And she yesterday was released to Department of Corrections. But let's look at her. I don't know why, not yet, because she took the plea deal on June 5th. And still right now, I looked at the court records, you're unable to read it. It said it was waiting for, you know how we got to black out stuff, to protect, other people. Hold on. And since she's been in there since 2020, hold on. From the looks of it, I could be wrong. No court. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, yes, I did. All right. Okay, let me show you the documents. Well, from my understanding, allegedly, in the whole family, not her family, his family, does math. So here's the document I wanted to look at, right? I wanted to look at the plea deal. And you cannot. Because her trial was supposed to start in June. But TJ Wiggins, the demon, they're pursuing death. Credit for time served. Now, I'm really confused here because, well, I'm not confused. Okay. When I know more, we're going to talk about this more. And I can show you everything about the boys, the three boys, Brandon Rollins, Kevin Springfield, and Damian Tillman. That is their names. And they're at the age of 20-something to 30, I think. So Mary got lucky because Mary was protecting him. She also was charged with perjury, protecting him. I said to her, I go, why are you protecting a man? So anyways, it looked like she got 2 or 4 years. I'm not 100%. I don't think she has more than 4 years to do in prison because she got credit for time being in jail. So that's sad because she was charged with accessory after the fact. And I guess his brother, Robert, is going to be testifying, and TJ's trial starts in July. I think July 8th. So when is that? Next Monday? So there's that. Let's get to Letecia, you guys. Oh my God. Let me find the one document. Okay. Well, let me show these pictures real quick. So you guys know I have problems reading, right? Anyways, I was skimming through some stuff just to skim, right? Because I'm more of a visionary person. That's how I do things. Oops. Well, she's saying she's never been a problem and it's everybody else and this and that. Look at this shit. I just want to show these pictures real quick. She's in a turtle suit here. Mind you, this is from January 12, 2023. Look at this shit. Now, so what happened there, more than once, you guys, she tried to unalive herself, and she almost succeeded. But there's some nasty other crap she was doing in there. Hopefully I can find it right away. I tried to remember the page. Okay, oh my God, this is so disgusting. And she was found guilty of these things here. Let's see. Let me see the charges. Hold on, I'm gonna get there. And she said that she was never a problem. She was a problem every other day. Every week they had to deal with something, I swear to God. But she'll say that the jail was lying. Hold on a minute. Oh my God. I thought. Okay. Just talk amongst yourself. Where is it? Oh my God. Oh my God, look at this nutcase. Oh my God, hold on. We are going to look. Look at here. Hi, how you doing? Oh my God, look at these pictures, you guys. I know it's not a laughing matter. Look at this face. Oh my God, look at her. This was 11/10/2022.
What's wrong with her?
She's trying to do self-harm. Look at, there's blood all over her hands. Okay, hold on a minute. Let's take a look at this. All right. Hopefully I am finding what I'm looking for, because I think maybe this has something to do with what I want to go over.
In that one picture, she looks like she's ready to pounce on somebody.
Well, that's what Letecia does. She's violent. Okay. Where are those charges? Oh my God. I don't even want to talk about it till I got them pulled up. All right. She lost a lot of her privileges through the whole time she was there.
Poor thing.
She is no godly person like she claims. There is no way.
I was so sick of people using God to commit crimes.
Well, hold on. Let me go back here to 600. I wish I would have wrote it down. Shoot, that's my fault.
Well, God doesn't do cruel things. I don't know why people use him as committing crimes and act like that, because he's love. What he does.
Well, I'm going to have to find it later. Where is it? Interesting. I can't find it. It is so gross, though.
Oh, maybe you're not supposed to be finding it right now then.
No, you never know. All right, we're going to go back. And oh, she's talking about Maria here. Hold on. Oh my God.
You'll find it. Is that my peepin's ass? Is that what her name is?
You know it. I bet you. Yes, yes, yes.
I like.
Yes.
Thanks for being here.
Okay, let me take a break from it. Yes, yes, yes. I was totally blown away. I'm like, ooh. All right. Let's see here.
You know you got it somewhere.
I know, but there's another thing here. She immediately pressed her emergency button and told me to call the fire department because she was having an emergency miscarriage.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
You know that old saying, if it was under your butt, you'd find it?
Oh jeez.
See that picture, Kit? That was the day I had Timmy.
What?
That picture of me and Timmy, that was
Oh,
right after I had him in the hospital.
oh. I'm not in StreamYard, so I
No.
can't see it. No, in order for me to look at these documents, I can't be in the studio. Okay. Okay. Oh, hold on. I think my dad's here. What? Thank you. What?
Leave me alone, take her on.
Oh, okay.
Brenner, still wants to go on.
Oh,
She just got back, so the wife by the drove home. She kept bugging me. Jesus. Brenner, can't see in the window. She's still bugging me.
all right. Thank you. Sorry.
What do you place down?
Huh?
I said, all that noise, you tearing the place down?
No, my dad was here. And I'm really irritated with him again. He started drinking again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's mean to me. It's not fair.
No, it's not.
Oh my God, she was just nothing but a problem. You guys, 3,000 pages. Okay, I think I'm getting closer. I think it was 638. was July. I know it was July 1st. The one. Oh my God, she was making liquor?
Oh, no. Wonder what she was putting in that liquor.
Oh my God, here. This is sick. Okay, you guys. Trigger warning. Here, let me put a trigger. Oh, I want this one. All right, this is sick. I can't believe she did this. Okay. Okay, she was on a transfer list. Let's see. She'd be moving to blank. They're not telling you where. Okay, she said, if you try, I'm going to be homicidal. I asked her why she didn't want to move. She said, leave me alone. I'm not moving. If you try to make me, I'm going to say I'm suicidal and go into a turtle suit. I asked Stauch if she was suicidal and wants to hurt herself. She goes, no, but I will say that, okay, I am if you try to make me move. I asked Letecia again why she does not want to move. She says, I can't be around drug addicts. They make me snap. And they ended the conversation. And then the mental health staff member came to see her during the convo. She asked Letecia if she wanted to hurt herself. She said, no, but if I am going to hurt someone else, if you guys don't leave me alone and make my move. Letecia was asked why she wants to stay where she is. She told Blank that she cannot be around drug addicts and will snap. I have one voice telling me to hurt myself and the other voice telling me to hurt everyone else. But I am fine now as long as you leave me the fuck alone. She remained in the current housing assignment for the time being. Do you guys want to hear what she did? Oh my God.
Maybe she likes that turtle suit.
Okay, she got in trouble. Want to know what the charges were? Sexual misconduct, deviant, delinquent behavior, sexual misconduct. Okay, she pled not guilty, not guilty. Okay. And then the findings, they found her guilty. Who did she do that with?
She found her girlfriend.
How disgusting. And I heard that she put blood all over in her cell. Okay. Then there was a deputy at the desk, and he saw Letecia standing in her cell with something white wrapped around her head and neck. I commuted to Deputy Linsky. What I saw, she was doing the 15-minute welfare check on her. I rushed over to the cell. When I opened the door, I directed the inmate housed in blank to exit. Letecia had fallen to the ground. Her face was very dark in color and a raspy voice. She said, stay away from me. When I later identified as underwear was tightly tied behind her neck. After we successfully removed the cloth from her neck, it was thrown out of the cell. They evaluated her. Her vitals were good. She was hunched over, sitting on the cell floor. She said, I told you I'd be successful. You can't stop me. Yep.
Maybe she just needs to keep that turtle suit on.
Okay, she tried again. She was laying on the floor, leaning against a desk with something white around her head and neck. Her face was, let's see, hold on. Don't touch me. Okay, hold on. Her entire face was dark in color. She reached out with her right arm and yelled in a deep voice, "Don't touch me." I grabbed her right hand to control it away from us. I started pulling the white material off her head and neck. She was trying to stop me by grabbing my hand, and with her other hand, she was yelling, "You can't stop me. I will unalive myself." She said she would get a towel from someone and try it. The underwear or bra was twisted about 1.5 inches in diameter and was wrapped around her neck. Then it was pulled away from the back of her neck. Okay, back of her neck, around the back and top of her head. After I got the item off her head and neck, they threw it out the cell door. They checked her vitals. Okay. After a few minutes, they were trying to encourage her not to attempt to hurt herself, and she was transferred somewhere. Did she try it again? What'd she do now?
Uh-oh.
This is 1/3/23. What did she do? So she was scheduled to go to the library, do a report from earlier today stating inmate tied underwear around her neck. Oh, they didn't take her, let her go. Okay, there she's crying over the kosher diet. There was another time she tried too.
Wow, they redacted a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah. Okay. She was okay. I was notified over my office issued radio that Letecia was being transported to blank. Oh, she went somewhere in an ambulance, I bet that said. Yep, I bet you that's what it said. They quickly checked and cleared the blank. They put her in a smock. Boy, did she almost do it? Wow, was guided into the cell by transporting deputies. Her wrist restraints removed and was left in cell. She tried to, okay. Blank was present and witnessed the removal of the restraints. Then they looked on the body camera in the ward. She was rubbing her wrist against the lock device inside the cell. I immediately went into the cell door and ordered Letecia to stop. Letecia did not comply. He went to the sergeant and informed her of the situation and my plan to place inmate and wrist restraints only. So they went and did that. She obeyed orders and allowed wrist restraints behind her back. The nurse responded and assessed the restraints. She had small abrasions. Let's see. Somebody else at 1300 hours witnessed her rubbing her wrist against the same lock. Why did they do that then? Why did they keep her there? And then, oh God, I don't know.
What is she doing there?
She's trying to take her own life. She doesn't want to face what she did to Gannon.
Oh. Should have thought about that before she did it.
Right. So what they did, they put on chains for leg restraints, then the wrist restraints, chains to prevent the inmate from standing up. Oh, those are the pictures that we looked at where she had blood on her hands. She was squatting in front of the locking device and trying to rub her face against the device. Oh my God. Short time later, I again ordered her to stop. Then she began hitting her head on the side of the padded wall.
Can I tell my opinion?
God. Okay, that's what this was about. But we've seen some with wow. Okay. Okay, this was on January 3rd, 2023. See, she's in trouble every day. Somebody was doing a welfare check, one of the COs. I stopped to talk to her. Letecia asked why we would do something to her. She claimed her conversation with mental health did not indicate that she would be moved. I told her she was on the move list, okay, provided by inmate classification. I asked her if she'd be willing to walk into blank, and she said she would not. She wants to die and has stopped drinking off her method of choice. She said she has not drunk anything in 2-3 days. She went on to say that she will use a towel to unalive herself if she has a cellmate. She will use something of theirs. She said she can't believe we would give her the opportunity to unalive herself. She said she has not spoken to her family since September because of her mental health. Okay, and then they called the mental health. I told them she will have access to towels, her headphones, and other stuff in blank mental health. She said she was not aware of that. I said they have access to stuff and other inmates have in the ward. Okay. Then another person, a sergeant, spoke to her. He will try to get those things to her, but if she did not cooperate, they'll be talking to blank. When they were finishing doing the welfare checks, saw Letecia with her smock around her head. How is she getting out of these things? It almost looked like she was taking it off, but she twisted it around her neck. I opened the door to give me the smock. She complied and removed it from the cell. She then lay on the mattress, covered herself in a blanket. I offered clean blanket. She said she was dizzy because she was hitting her head on the toilet. Oh my God. The ward was asleep, and I have not heard any noise coming from her cell. I had seen her hitting the back of her head on the wall, but it was padded, not enough to cause injury. Jesus. Okay, I gotta take a break. Jesus. She's crazy.
Just hand her over to the victim's family.
She's crazy. Don't ask. They like to play with blood and oh, ew! I swear, every day she was in trouble. Wait, was that crazy bitch having a miscarriage? Yes, she was having a miscarriage in 2022. Yes, she was.
Ooh, how'd she get pregnant?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
But she wanted the fire department.
I kind of know that doesn't happen with a woman.
She couldn't have babies. She only had Harley. That's it.
This job is not for everyone. It's all fun and games and jokes on social media. But this shit is dangerous. But
Okay, I have to take a break.
Oh,
Ain't that funny?
yeah.
Oh god. Okay, here we go. Hold on.
Well,
Hold on.
if she couldn't have babies, how'd she have she had a miscarriage, right? So she got pregnant by somebody.
Okay, these dates so far have been July 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 9th, and we are on 2023. I think January. Did I say July? You people, I'm meaning January. I'm sorry.
Right. You said one.
Okay. So all these so far have been January 1st, January 2nd, January 3rd, the 8th. This one is the 9th. What does she do? They were doing 15-minute checks. During her time out, she began screaming. Oh my God. Random statements. Inmates in cells nearby, shut up. I went to try to talk with inmate blank and asked why she was upset. However, her screaming would only escalate. Inmate blank would watch the deputies at the desk and comment how they are badge heavy and make comments about the government. I told the inmates yelling, shut up, to stop because that does not help. A few hours later, inmate blank took a soap bar and wrote hungry, angry, tired, lonely on her cell window. Oh, they must be talking about Letecia, obviously. The screaming at night seems to be regular behavior for inmate. Since working the prior nights, the past couple of nights I have worked in blank, I have noticed odd behavior from, I'm going to say Letecia, it's about Letecia. Randomly screams at night, rips up paper, stands in there naked, tells deputies that she has a pardon from the President of the United States and she needs to be left out of her cell now, let out. After inmate was done cleaning up the ward, she informed deputy that Letecia wakes up in the middle of the night, talks about unaliving people, and punched herself in her private parts.
Oh my.
Oh, that reminded me of something, you guys. Remember she accused a bunch of men of doing things to her?
Well, she's running around naked. A man's going to want to do something to her.
No.
Just thinking. Men are men. They're not all bad. Come on.
Hi, Bogart. How are you, sweetie? I want to thank everybody for being here. I don't mean to laugh, but hey, it's Letecia, and it is what it is. Okay, where am I?
Herself.
Okay, punch yourself in private parts. I decided to move inmate blank cells. Blank said she was fine being in the same out group, but preferred not to be in the same cell. Oh my God. Somebody else was in her cell with her. Oh, how could they do that?
She wants a male roommate.
Yeah. Okay. She was going to accuse the COs of something, and as a matter of fact, I think she did. In Colorado and Kansas. Okay. Letecia had been cleared to have a jumpsuit, and that she spoke with programs about inmate Letecia returning to the law library. Let's see. There was nothing scheduled on January 9th and was not listed for the 10th. Mind you, this is 2023. I double checked.
Do we know where she is now?
Her name is not, she's in Kansas.
Oh, so she hasn't unalived herself.
Well, no, she's not. She wasn't behaving in Colorado, so they shipped her to another prison, and she's giving them problems now.
Oh, they're going to stick her with that Thorazine. She's going to be doing the Thorazine shuffle. She keeps that up.
I know. Oh, my God.
Gosh, I'm probably to be it myself. I can't quit laughing.
No, keep laughing. We need to. How dare she say this? Oh my God. January 10th, the night shift. Okay.
Uh-oh.
They were coming on to shift and relieving the day shift. Blank began yelling out her cell door. She was screaming that she needed new pants. I told her to give me a minute. I just got on shift. Blank didn't like the answer and continued disrupting the ward. Later she said, come down for a medication pass. She began yelling justice for Gannon. Boy, that took a lot of balls. Okay, what'd she do here? They went to give her meds and she said, no, I'm okay, thank you. Okay, what's the date on that one? That is 1/22/23. So she was good for a little bit. Here we go.
Bless her heart.
Oh no, later on the night, 1/22/23. What does she do? Okay. What did she do? She was talking to the deputy at the desk, telling me about her children. Not everyone knows this, but I have a 15-year-old son who lives in Florida. She continued to talk about her daughter and her son living in different states, made comments about her daughter lives in North Carolina, where she's from. Other inmates was referring to Letecia by the name of Taylor. We knew that. Letecia made comments about being around people on drugs make her crazy. She hates being in the same room as them. She hates being around druggies, brings up childhood trauma, which triggers her. Okay. This was 4/16/23. What did she do here? Okay. Inmate Blank stated that she was upset that she was playing cards with Letecia during ward unlock time. Blank. Okay. According to Blank, she did not realize that Letecia was in her out group. Blank then said she would chop up Letecia. Oh my God.
Some more, you got it. Give her a bulldog, mate.
She would chop up Letecia up, put her in a bag, and throw her to the alligators. Oh, no. They are sick of her. Oh my God. Okay, where am I? Okay. I notified inmate, class, whoever that is, of the problem. Due to the situation, I moved Blank to Blank. Keep away alerts were implied between the inmates. Oh my God.
So she wants to have her own private.
Okay, here's 5/8/23. What'd she do now? Uh-oh. She submitted a grievance.
Uh-oh.
Through the inmate, those jail call phones or whatever.
Arch.
In the grievance, she's saying, I am having issues during transport to and from court, which I warned the jail in advance would be an issue during trial. I was assaulted 3/21 and 3/22, and I even notified my court transportation, Ms. Robinson, on the morning of 3/22, but I was still placed in back of a van full of restraints and no way to defend myself. 3/22 evening return, it happened again. I am documenting this, and I'm being placed in an unsafe position during court transportation bin full of restraints, while others are not. Everybody's in restraints. Letecia, come on now.
Oh, come on. Tell her to get a hold of the president. She's got connections, she said.
Yeah, what happened to the president?
Yeah.
She spoke to, the other deputy spoke to another deputy and told him what Letecia said. The deputy said no. On March 24th, she told her inmate classification or the inmate classification told her she'd be transported to the courthouse in a separate compartment in the vehicle. Oh, she wasn't by the other prisoners.
Hey,
Transport vehicle.
Then to her.
She,
We let Bobby Boone be her inmate.
oh my God, could you imagine?
That would be great.
Wow, that would be something. She said all week that she'd been placed in a vehicle with other inmates. She said she was concerned that she would possibly be assaulted because her case is being broadcast on television. So she feels that she is in a disadvantage because she is in full restraints. She told the inmate, Letecia, that the inmates she is being transported with have their hands behind their back. She also told Letecia that she is not segregated from the other inmates and that she is in a court concern. Therefore, upon her arrival at the courthouse, when she is separated from the other inmates, I asked medical staff to see if Letecia put a kite about being assaulted. She stated she had not put in a kite in the morning pickup. I told her I have read her grievance and asked her if she had any injuries I could look at for the assault. She said no. I asked if she put a kite to medical. She said no. I asked if she was hurt from the assault. She said no. I wasn't. They kicked me. Okay.
Some lords got it right.
She said she had no issues of other inmates. Oh, she said. Did she say it's other inmates? I asked if she could describe any of the inmates that assaulted her. She said no.
No, because she's getting caught doing dirty deeds with them.
Unbelievable.
People have lost their minds.
All right. What's all this? Oh, that's just them on their shifts looking in at her. This is, you know what? I've only read like a few pages.
Dang, she's a troublemaker.
I mean, and I'm only up to 686, and I have skipped around, you guys. Troublemaker. Can you imagine? Look at all this shit.
Wow.
They had to keep an eye on her like that? Uh-oh. What do we got going on here? Is she in trouble again? What is it?
That's
property intake. 11/15/21. 417 more games. Whatever that means. I don't know what that means. Oh, she's got all the books. Okay.
Next, she'll be a lawyer.
Oh, she tried that already. Oh my God, look at all this.
Wow.
I noticed a lot of the stuff ain't in order though. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, that's her bond. This is when she first got in there. Okay, let me go up here. There was one thing in here where they said that she was eating soap.
Eating soap?
Yes.
Well, her mouth is cleaned out.
Yeah, clean your mouth out. I wonder. Oh, I could do this. There we go. That's better.
Misty.
Okay, let me go out here. I want to say hi to the people. Hi, Annette. How are you? Let me guess. You're at work, Misty. Let me guess. Hey, we found Mike Busking's one of his relatives.
Yeah. They need to put them in together as roommates too.
Yeah,
They
you
can
do. Let me get the picture for you.
put them both next to each other.
I should, shouldn't I? Hold on. Gonna get it. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? Okay, we started with Bobbi Boone. She's a little criminal, okay? She's at the bottom left.
You think she's a little criminal?
She's a troublemaker. She's bad, okay? She's a danger to society in Missouri, but she gets away with everything. And I'm thinking she allegedly is an informant working for the NBA, FBI, CIA, BCA, or the Illuminati.
Yeah, she's working for somebody. She
Yeah.
gets with everything.
And then to the right of her is Mary Whittemore. And she just was sent to Department of Corrections yesterday. She was an accessory to 3 murders. And then up on the top left is James Brenner. He's the one that took Dylan Brown's life.
That's
And
his relative.
Yeah, that's Mike Busking's relative.
In our opinion.
Yeah, yes. And to the right, we know who that is. What do you think there, Misty? Oh, right now we're reading Leticia's bad behavior. And she's bad. Yep, bad.
If I was one of them guards, I'd say, hey, I'm not working with her.
Oh, God, I don't know how they did it. Almost every day, something.
Oh, even Andy. She said, looks like Mike. Yeah, he looks like Mike.
I know, right? All right.
Long distant relatives. He actually looks better than Mike, though. Come on, let's be honest.
Oh, if they're both nasty.
Yeah.
Icky.
Mike with his mouth open.
Okay, let's take a break from that. Let's watch, hold on. Alex Erickson's channel. She won't care. We're gonna listen to
Oh, did you see that comment?
What?
She said Bobbi one time stayed here at my motel. She's a deal for sure.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Well, with everything that she gets away with, that's the way I say that. I've never seen anybody on probation get 3 more charges on probation, doesn't show up for court 3 times for the new violations, and then just got arrested.
And got up the next morning. She didn't even stay 24 hours in jail.
crazy.
I never seen anything like it. I'd be buried under the jail.
Okay, we all know who Amy Lang is, right? Her. Okay, we're gonna watch her and Amy on the phone. Hold on.
Oh.
Oh, you're gonna get a kick out of this.
Oh, more. Today's my day. Misty says she's doing so good. Yep, she probably is. Thank you. Hey, everybody, don't forget to be at the court at Fredericktown on Saturday, July 6th. It's a big day.
All right, I'm gonna give everybody Alex's link. Okay, here's this Amy. She's been in communication with her when she was locked up, right? She became her
Her bestie.
She became her power of attorney. Very strange. But she just agrees with everything she says. It's just very strange, people. All right. Oops.
$4,000.
Thank you. And the software that's used for these calls won't allow that. You can use your phone, but you can't be doing it.
Okay. Here we go. This is Letitia and her daughter.
Take it off speaker.
1 to 4 at the courthouse.
I think it's you. That phone has to be broken. No, it's not. It's the same phone. No, I don't know why it's doing. Hello. All right. Huh? It's okay. You're gonna end it. She can't hear you. You can't hear me. I wonder if I can restart it. Wait, hold on. Let me hit refresh. Okay, hold on. Let me refresh it.
Okay, so
There's Letitia.
I know.
She's like, oh, this bitch again. You set these up, Tisha.
Yeah. She's like, oh, great. Here we go again.
Hell.
You guys, so that was Aunt Brenda with Harley. So no, that was Aunt B. And I have other photos of her I can show you guys.
Yeah, that was Aunt B, y'all. Hi, baby. Tisha Lynn, we can't hear you. You cannot have your, okay, so whenever you're doing these calls, it is Harley, it's not Letitia. She has it coming through her Bluetooth, and the software that's used for these calls, that was 100% Aunt B.
Yep. And then hold on, can I actually
No.
let me just go back for 2 seconds and grab
Nope.
What color were her glasses? Were you able to tell?
They're like
red.
Amy's or Ain't Bays?
Ain't Bees.
They're like that, like weird, like pink coral blush thing.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay, because there's a more recent picture of her. Let me go back to the visit with Amy where we were at, and we'll start there. But what I'm going to do is send these pictures to myself really fast, and then on the next pause, we will look at those and I'll show you. Or, well, actually, let me just do it now before we go on to Amy, and then this will be our last call probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get that in depth like we have. And those pictures, are they just taking a second to load? So
Just came in my room, and they were just like, I had to do like all these karate moves with them and stuff, because they were like telling me about snitching. So they were like, snitches, what happens to them? They have to pull down their britches. And then when they pull down their britches, yeah, they were like, they become bitches. And then when they become bitches, they get stitches. And then after they get stitches, they end up in ditches. And then they were like telling me, like, we've told you this before. You have to go Google it. What happens to people who end up in ditches? And so I just am like, okay, I'm not going to be a snitch. Just leave me alone. And so I had to get rid of the ninjas. So they let me grade like this.
Was this yesterday? With everything that happened?
Yeah, yesterday, last night, and then so they came today and was like trying to put these like leg braces on my legs, and they were the transport people, and I was just like, hey, was it because the ninjas had sent them or not? And they were just like, no, we're getting it ready for your trial because the jury will be behind you. They're no longer going to be in the jury box due to COVID. So we don't want them to see you tethered to the desk. And I was like, I'm sitting there like, but I'm not having a jury trial. And then they were just like, I was like, what are you talking about? Do you know what month it is? And I was just like, I'm so confused. Did the ninjas send you? Because it was just weird. The ninjas had to send them to do that. Like, why else would they do it? Like, why would the jury people be sitting in the audience?
Yeah, I mean,
said, that's weird.
The COVID thing makes sense because it has changed like the layout of some court settings, but that's not. I mean, it's not for a while out. 1, 2. If you're not having a jury trial.
No.
Yeah.
I don't need one. Yeah, it's crazy. But oh gosh, no, yesterday. Okay. Yesterday they made me leave because the ninjas, they were downstairs, and so I told them, I was like, I need to like finish out this phone call. We'll make this phone call prior. They just kept going and going. So I just finally just went in my room and just shut the door and was like, they wouldn't stop at all bothering me, And so I did that for a little bit, and then I have to tell you, I hate this dude. So he never even, okay, do you know him? Do you know who I'm talking about? His name is Albert.
Yeah.
I used to be married to him. Oh, okay, so I hate him. He is like, there was like saying something about, I'm supposed to check these guns in the safe or something. We don't even have a gun safe. We've never had a gun safe. You know how much I hate him. He's so irresponsible. He would keep his gun by the bed in a zip thing and then pretend like, no one knows where it's at. It was zipped in a zipper. Everything else was like where it should be. Even mine was locked in a jury case. I hate that dude. He is just so full of shit. It's not even funny. He left it with no safety beside his bed at all times, wide open for anybody and their mama to know where it's at, and then tried to pretend Oh, no one knows where it's at. It's beside your bed. You know what I'm saying?
Big
And
or
then
small? Like,
I
could you like hit out of the lake?
no, just like sitting on
Yeah.
like you know how you have like night tables, and then you put like say you put like clothes on the night tables, just sitting under the clothes on the night table on that side of the bed. You know, and I just like, start freaking out because I told the ninjas, I was like, I wish I could send y'all there to where he's at because he does not know how to take his weapon and
Yeah.
keep it safe from anyone. He's the one that doesn't do that. And I, like kept miscounting them because there were so many. I can't keep up with how many was there. And I'm like, he's such a liar. Like, I just want to be able to like send the ninjas where he's at to like kick his ass. You know what I'm saying? Because he's lying.
What were they telling you? You have to look up. You're looking to what about the guns in the safe? Like,
No, I was looking at something where he was,
yeah.
that dude, Albert, was trying to say, he told me to go check the guns. No. Someone said go check the gun safe or something. I was like, we don't even have a gun
Yeah.
safe. We never had a gun safe. Like, what are you talking? Like, who said this? Like, why? And I told the ninjas, you need to go talk to them because no one ever had a gun safe. Like, he was irresponsible.
Irresponsible.
I was in a jury
Knows
case.
how bad it's gonna make him look, so he's trying to make himself sound better by saying, "Oh yeah, we had a gun safe."
No, there was no, that is crazy as heck, man. And I would always say something to him about that because I'd be like, wow, it's just like just sitting over there, and I kept mine in the jury box locked. It was a locked jury cabinet, and I don't know, because like my uncle always did that. Like he had all these big time ARs and stuff, and he had he would lock them and stuff, and like he would have his fingerprint where you could always go in, him and my aunts if she could get in. So I was just like raised to keep him, protected like that. But he's lying. So I told the ninjas.
You know what?
But we'll see if they go. I told the ninjas to go where he's at. Yeah. And they sent me his bank statement, right? And so I just threw it in the trash. I didn't even want to read it because he has this guy that keeps sending messages, like letters and stuff, like some lawyer. I don't know why those people keep bothering me. Like I don't want to talk to them. I'm not allowed to talk to them because my group told me that I cannot like have anything to do with them because his name's Travis Law Firm, and like I used to date that crazy guy Travis. That's his name. So like I can't. This dude won't stop harassing me. But his name is. Travis, and he was a very
Allie,
good
can
guy.
you pause really quick, please?
He ended up having.
Absolutely. Oh my God Almighty.
Amy, taking your glasses off your face is not going to make this rambling ass bullshit story make any more sense. Put your glasses back on. Okay.
Oh,
you ain't going to hear. You remember when you would drive with your mom? My mom was infamous for doing this.
Shit, I was on mute. Look at Letitia's eyes. Look at Amy's. I told you.
Look at both their eyes. It's all in the eyes, Kit.
Yes. Amy is a yes ma'am person, and whatever Letitia says in some way or form, instead of calling out things, she says it back to her, but in a different kind of way. It's so weird.
I just keep looking at their eyes.
I don't look at.
They're creepy. They look like they're about to bulge out of their heads. Both of them. Look out. Look at
Amy here. Aww.
No.
Aww. Look at this shit, you guys.
They need medication. Look at their eyes.
Look at what I told you. Whatever Letitia does, she does. How weird.
25th, 2019, my baby died, right? January 25th, 2019, before they brought me here to this concentration camp. My baby died. So like, that was like the fifth baby that died because like they always just be like,
Miss Barbara, did you hear that? Did you hear her?
Yeah.
Here at the concentration camp.
Yeah,
She's doing
there too, lady.
She's doing this shit on purpose. She needs to wash her hair.
Both of them need to wash their hair. Look like they just got out of bed.
Looks like she's trying to do some dread, make some dreads go. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Let's go.
oh, the heartbeat stopped. So I just got back from a cruise and I went to the doctor and they were like, no heartbeat again, that's the fifth time to have a miscarriage. And so I had to have the miscarriage in the bathroom by myself. But you know what I was thinking, like, if you could take somebody's heart that didn't need their hearts, could you make it work and make the baby work and all the babies could like live, But so I was talking to them about that. If I could have done that, that might have like made my baby live. You know what I mean?
Was this
it didn't.
was this baby between you and Al or? Yeah.
Yeah. I lost one when we got back from the Dominican before I started teaching 5th grade, and then that was like the 3rd or 4th. I don't remember. I had to have an abortion with one, but it was like the medical abortions where you already like have the baby, like, you know what I'm saying? Well, then one time I wasn't far enough along, so they gave me these pills to take, and like Albert found the TRICARE record and started accusing me of having an abortion. You don't go to the doctor and they give you these pills. They give them to you once the heartbeat stops, and you go home and you take the pills. And like I had to be admitted to the hospital because I bled so much taking those pills. So I never wanted to do that one again. I just said I'd wait and do it naturally. So when I lost the next one on January 25th, I had to have it. Like I had to like naturally lose the next one because I didn't want to do another DNC or another, pill for, you know what I mean? So that was that. But so let me tell you the excuse why Ty hasn't been to school. They say because it's spring break, but you should know this like I do. Most Florida schools do not do spring break, or they do like 2-3 days because they get out early May. So they don't do spring breaks.
That's a lie.
School district does not do spring breaks, so that's a lie. But because they get out early May because of tourist towns, And so I'm just like, you tell him that he's full of shit, that is not why he's not in school. Like, I've already heard what's going on, I was trying to get an update, but I haven't got an update yet about what. I just know he's gone to find Mario.
Do you think
I don't know. And I don't know who told. I don't know. I just know he's gone to find Mario.
That's what I was going to ask you. So I haven't heard that name before.
I'm going to. I will. Oh, yeah. He said to ask you if you are okay because I didn't ask you about the fighting with Taylor. Are you still fighting with Taylor?
We're always fighting. No, we're better now, but he's been really busy with his work. Oh, hold on.
I can't hear you.
It's saying you've got. Is this any better?
I can't hear you.
How about now? Is that any better? How about now? Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
Hold on.
What?
How about, can you hear me now?
This is the worst Verizon commercial ever.
Nothing?
Can you hear me now?
Is she lying?
Yes. I think Keisha's fucking with her.
I do too.
I don't know. I'm going to do this if you just give me a second. Stop These ninjas are just crazy.
Oh, are they? Hold on a second.
Them damn ninjas. You can't take a ninja nowhere, no
I hear
how.
you.
Oh, hold on.
I can't hear you.
I gotta try to get that pause.
It's saying you've got, is this any better?
I can't hear you.
How about now?
Remember now, Amy was
any better?
filming some of these.
Mm-hmm.
How about now?
I think this is the one. I think this is one she did record.
Yeah, because the mask was on.
Can you hear
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Hold on.
What?
Oh, how about, can you hear me now?
Go outside. Well, maybe we can hear you better.
Any better?
Like, leave your computer there and you go
Nothing?
outside.
Yeah. Oh my God. Tisha's full of it. You can hear her. I'm sorry. I just don't believe her.
You know, I'm going to do this if you just give me a second. Stop.
Now now she's all wild. Oh my stars.
Oh, dear Lord, look at that face. I'm taking a screenshot of that. Hold on, people. Ooh, look at that.
She's in her camp, being a ninja.
Concentration camp.
In her concentration camp. Well, you know what I noticed, though? She doesn't even get emotional when she talks about the miscarriages. And I'd like to know where she was at when she got pregnant, because that's interesting. If you're surrounded by women, I don't know how you get pregnant in prison.
I mean, it never happened. No, Miss Barbara, do you remember last year we watched her trial for a month, probably 6 weeks?
Yeah.
That was Letitia.
She looks different.
Or she washed her hair. Oh my God.
Oh
Here
no.
we go. They're almost done.
And telling you people last night.
I'm sorry.
Always watching. Wazowski.
Amy's just so excited though. Look at her. She's like,
Let me adjust
I
my
know. I don't understand. I can't hear nothing you're saying, so I don't know why.
How are you hearing the ninjas talking to you when you got earbuds in your ears?
Yeah.
Lady.
Already. I told you that. Thanks.
Now we can't hear Amy.
Yeah, I put your name. They're gonna send all your email. Yeah, they put your name on the email, and on the email you will get to be able to like click the link. Everybody's gonna like 5 people is gonna watch the video, and y'all just tell everybody what the video says. But I put your number on there. So if I put that on there, to save and like, so there's this like.
She put Amy on the ninja mailing list. You're gonna get a pamphlet about joining the ninjas.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God Almighty.
Mm-hmm. Let me just say this real quick. First of all, Letitia, I don't know where you get your information from. Ninjas started coming, and they're training her, doing the karate and all this. But now the ninjas have started to become a nuisance, and they've made her have an awful hairstyle, apparently. And so now she's ready to have the Volturi back. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I agree with you though. Real ninjas, not real ninjas, but the one where Gannon, you can't see anything that she put out on Sprayed about my burns. We didn't.
All right. There's one more thing.
So
and
she's
then that's
by the ninjas?
it.
Is
Hold
that?
on. I want to watch one thing, you guys. All right, here we go. Hold on.
Beyond the expected.
Sorry, that I hate that.
I like that screen.
Do ya? Ain't it pretty?
Yeah, it's pretty.
All right. Lori had court today. Lori Ballo had court today. Okay. So this is only 6 minutes long. We're going to watch it. She was fighting her attorneys because she wanted to go to trial. And it was supposed to be, I thought it was August, but they were saying July. I don't know. So her attorney was fighting that. And this is what happened in court today. And of course, Lori didn't want to be there.
But there's a Netflix docuseries,
Dateline programs,
2020,
2020, constant national and local coverage of this case of the sort you do not see in other cases. There are articles about Lori made a couple jail calls. That's headline news, apparently. The commentary sections on these things, they're always negative. It's always, especially if it's a visual situation where it's a photo or a video of Lori in court, it's just maligning her, vilifying her for people in our jury pool to see. And what they learn from that information is she is of such a terrible, evil character that
Did she have court twice today? Interesting. I watched a totally different one, but hey, there she is. Let's watch it.
she's not even entitled to her constitutional rights. Typical things we see in the things I've cited for you. Again, Judge, it's enduring, consistently prejudicial, often undignified, and it's widespread and clearly impacts this jury pool in this county. Judge, I believe the court has to conclude Lori's right to a fair trial in these two cases is in jeopardy. It has been, it is today, and it will be in the future without intervention from the court of some sort regarding the excessive media coverage. Judge, you've heard no argument that actually supports why this relatively inconsequential hearing at 8:20 a.m. needs to be live streamed or video recorded or new images produced for the public to see. I don't know the state's position. Of course, they are entitled to let you know that. But thus far, there's really no good reason for it. Rule 9.3b1 does make clear court hearings are open to the public. That includes media representatives. We're not asking at this time for the public to be banned from this hearing or any in the future, or the media to be banned. We are just asking for a specific limited request for this 8:20 a.m. hearing for there to be no camera coverage of the hearing. And Judge, I do ask you to provide, if you're going to allow the camera coverage in your ruling, addressing the Rule 122 factors. I've already addressed most of those. A few new things, Judge, just to add, I don't recall if I did in the objection. 122C, the safety and well-being of any party. Lori has received death threats since her arrest. And additionally, Judge, 122G, I did not know the news entity that made the request, but now that I do, clearly Fox 10 Phoenix is, well, it's not a person, but it's someone requested engaged in dissemination of news to a broad community. All the Rule 122 factors point in the direction that this should not have camera coverage, this particular hearing. Judge, I have other things I want to address, but it's only if the coverage is going to be allowed. So I'm not sure your inclination. Should I continue, or if you would give me a chance then, if that is your ruling, to then further address the court?
All right, let me hear, does the state have a position or the victim representative have a position?
Your Honor, just the state is aware the media and public do have certain rights, but for this specific hearing, the state is going to take no position at this time.
All right. I guess Fox 10 News has a representative here that's the real party in interest that made the request. Is there any statement that Fox 10 wants to make?
Yes, Your Honor.
Come forward. And your name, sir?
Justin Lum.
Oh, you already told me that.
Yeah. Your Honor, I believe the defense's motion argued that there's been oversaturated coverage of this case, but I would argue that it's been extensive and thorough coverage of Ms. Vallow's case since December of 2019. At the core of this, and I'm sure you're aware, that there is a case in Idaho that was tried, and she's been convicted there. So all we have done is cover her crime she's committed in that state and the crime she's accused of here. Due to public records requests, we have been able to obtain police reports, body camera footage, videos, interviews from Chandler and Gilbert police. Much of this evidence has been seen in her trial in Idaho and will probably be seen in this upcoming trial. That is all we've focused on as far as the case. It's a high profile case with a lot of interest. And we believe that covering this hearing is just another development in keeping people aware. As you know, there are victims in the courtroom right now, or family members representing the two alleged victims in this case, but there are also people who do not live in this state and want to be aware of what's happening. And if you have seen the recordings from the court when there is not a broadcast camera inside, you can see that the quality is low. Now, that may not be a priority, but we just ask that you allow cameras for this hearing so we can keep on covering this case as best as we can. Again, the argument about the issue of finding a fair and impartial jury, I would say that Maricopa County has 4.5 million people in population size. It's the fourth largest county in the country. There was no issue finding a jury in Idaho for 2 trials, including Ms. Vallow's husband, Chad Daybell. Ada County has about 500,000 people. If people want to know about this case, they can go on the internet. I don't think Fox 10 Phoenix or any other media outlet here should be blamed or punished because we've covered a high profile case that involves 3 murders in Idaho and 1 alleged murder here, an attempted murder in this county. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Bradley.
Judge, I do need to address some of that.
That's fine. One of the questions I have for you is, if I weren't to allow cameras in the courtroom, obviously the quality of the camera coverage is not my concern. I don't really care. But my question is, anyone can go order an FTR of today's hearing and obtain what happened, video of what happened, audio of what happened here in the courtroom, and then disseminate that however they wish. So I guess what's the additional harm of allowing a camera in the courtroom?
Well, Judge, that is not something I agree with. And I filed a motion to that effect a while ago, asking the court to order that FTR and court recordings are under the umbrella of Rule 122. I can make a really brief argument about that, Judge. Rule 22 is very general. It says if the media wants to use quote unquote recording devices in their coverage, they have to let the court know, then the defense has to be told, and we get a chance to object. And if there is an objection, there's a hearing. For the court to deny their own cameras in the court today for good reason, and then for the media to just 15 minutes after the court hearing, grab the court's hearing and just broadcast it, what would be the point of Arizona Supreme Court Rule 122? It would be rendered completely superfluous. Any decision you make is based on, at least partly, Lori's constitutional rights, possibly fully. And I don't know, at some point, why would Fox not even ask for their camera? They can just grab the FTR. Rule 122 has to apply to judge your court cameras as well. It just doesn't make any sense that it wouldn't. And that's essentially the argument I have to make on that. And we filed a motion on that issue. I would like to respond very briefly to what Mr. Lum said, though, because I think there's a lot of inaccuracies there.
Go ahead.
Judge, Mr. Lum told you that in Idaho, there was no issue with seating a jury for Lori's trial there. That's absolutely not true. there were such issues with the media coverage there that a change of venue motion was granted in Idaho, which is rarely ever done. So that's absolutely incorrect. Mr. Lum's probably correct on his general population numbers for the Maricopa County area, but Judge, this coverage is extremely widespread. I'll give you an example. And I think this is cited in the objection. It's called No Remorse, the trial of Lori Vallow. The very title has prejudicial information you would never allow your jurors to hear before they were seated in these cases. That apparently, according at least to the YouTube summary, was April of 2024 that was put out, and it has 87,000 views the last time I looked, which was, I think, yesterday. So this isn't a situation where Mr. Lum putting things out there is getting 12 people watching, which is sometimes the case with high-profile cases. Judge, I disagree. I totally agree with Mr. Lum. This has been very extensive coverage, but it hasn't been thorough. You will have a hard time finding anything that's balanced coverage in any of these cases that even suggests that there's something different than the obvious narrative that goes through when it comes to Lori Vallow. And Judge, Mr. Lum's actually proving my point. He just told you that he and other media representatives are obtaining evidence that the state, we know, is going to produce in court for our jury, and he's putting it out there in the public. He's correct. He's put body cameras, he's put police interviews, all kinds of evidence in this case the media is putting out there for the public to consume, including lots of people we can assume in our jury pool. And as he said, he's constantly mentioning, not just him, it's really everybody that's in the media, but her prior convictions are always mentioned, often with links to other prejudicial articles. These are things I think the court has to ask, is this information that I would want my jury to know before we start jury selection? Would I tell them that? We all know, Judge, you wouldn't. So I don't think anything Mr. Lum said should be given much weight by the court. And he absolutely addressed nothing about any measures they might take to even try to protect Lori's constitutional rights. Now, they don't have to do that, but those are my thoughts on that. Judge, again, I can stop here.
Who is this? What is wrong with people? This is like a courtroom. Turn off your camera. Jesus.
I just asked that if you're going to allow cameras either through FTR or their own cameras, I do ask to be heard just with some additional requests.
Oh, no.
Okay, Judge, if we are going to allow Lori to be filmed today or photographed, I do ask that she dress out. I don't think she should be compelled to wear jail attire going forward in these hearings. I think the U.S. Supreme Court case law I cited is clear that courts can't compel defendants to wear jail attire. Although there is a little bit of a distinction, Judge, those are cases in trial. Correct. But I don't think this is any different. I think this is actually worse. This is not as important as a trial. So, Judge, I would ask first for that to happen. If that is not going to be allowed, I would then ask the media not be allowed to film Lori during the hearing. They can film Your Honor, they can film me, they can film the state, but not to film her. We know it's going to happen if they do, and I can promise you when you look at the commentary tomorrow or the next day, it's just going to be vilification, maligning of Lori, causing more prejudicial information to come into our jury pool that will continue to taint it, and it will be due to the visual coverage. If, Judge, you're not willing to do that, I would ask that we briefly have Lori put her position on the motion to continue trial unrecorded in front of Your Honor, and then ask that she waive her appearance after that. I'll have to talk to my client, but a last option would be if the court's going to do none of those things to help protect her rights, we may ask to waive her appearance completely for the rest of the hearing. So I know that's a lot. Let me know if you have any questions about anything specifically, but those would be our requests if you are going to allow camera coverage, whether that's through your own cameras or the media.
Right. Well, if you are telling me to not allow anyone to, or specifically the media, to request an FTR, that's essentially you're asking me to seal the FTR reporting.
Judge, if I disagree with that interpretation, but if that is the court's interpretation, which is more important than mine, then that's what I'm asking. But
Well,
my
wouldn't
thought-
you agree that things that are filed for the public in the docket and the FTR are generally accessible by the general public? By restricting that from a specific, I can't just specifically restrict a specific entity or person from accessing those public documents or records. So I think I would have to seal something.
Judge, I'm fine if you want to do that, although I do disagree. I think you absolutely can do all those things, and that's provided for in Rule 9.3B of the Arizona Rules of Criminal Procedure, and it's specifically provided for in Rule 122. It's actually a remedy, and I think it's 122B.
Interpretation of 122 as it pertains to the FTR, but
okay, Judge. So
that's not their recording as contemplated in the rule.
Well, and I also think there's a big difference between something that's filed in the public docket and a video footage from a hearing. I think there's a great distinction there.
Well, the FTR is the official record of the proceedings. I don't know the administrative order that created that, but it is considered the official record.
And I understand that, Judge, but it's still, I think we're completely ignoring all the case law, all the rules by the Supreme Court and the Arizona Rules of Criminal Procedure, and just simply saying, well, it's a record and it's public, so kind of who cares about all these constitutional rights and the case law and the authority? I don't know that I have much to say about that.
All right, so for the purposes of this hearing, the court finds that the arguments that you've made, really most of the arguments talk about the negative aspect of the stories, the negative aspects of what's portrayed in the media and how that impacts the jury pool. And it does, and it will continue to impact the jury pool regardless of whether a camera is allowed today. And those issues are not insurmountable through the voir dire process and selecting a jury. It does make it obviously more difficult to pick a jury, and will probably take likely a long time in this case to weed out those jurors that have been exposed to this case in the media, but it's not insurmountable. I am not to record any victim representative. Do you want to talk to your client about waiving her presence before
Yes,
that hearing?
Judge, as far as the option of her briefly letting her position be known off camera and then waiving, are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Judge, we are going to go with that option. A brief statement about her position on the motion to continue trial.
Well, based on your motion to continue, my understanding is you put in your motion that she objects to a continuance, does not want to waive time, correct?
That's correct.
All right. And do you want me to ask her that, or?
Judge, I wasn't sure if you did, so that's why I made that offer, but obviously that's up to the court.
Well, does she want to state further than that? I'm aware of her position.
Judge, I don't think so. I'll just let you know, yes, that position remains, and it has been that position since I've met her. And she continues to object to the continuance that we are asking for today and will not waive her speedy trial rights.
All right, Ms. Vallow, do you want to waive your appearance for the rest of this hearing this morning that will commence in a few minutes? And you understand that your attorneys are asking for a continuance. I understand that you don't want a continuance and that you don't want to waive any further time. All right. All right, I'll waive her appearance for the rest of today. We'll commence that hearing in about 5 minutes. The media may set up a camera if it so chooses, but Ms. Vallow is free to be returned to the jail.
Thank you, Judge.
The once-in-a-generation tornado outbreak continues across Oklahoma.
We got some.
All right, let's watch part 2. See, I didn't see the beginning, so that was one long hearing today. Well, not really, but okay, let me find it.
I don't know what makes her so special. She just likes to get looked at because she thinks she's all that.
She's so pretty.
It makes me sick. Just because you're pretty on the outside doesn't mean you're pretty on the inside.
All right. Let's see. Okay, this is really quick. So
This is the time set.
this is when she is not in the courtroom now. This is the one I've seen.
Approved by.
Trinity, on behalf of the state for the record, the next victim of present in person as well as virtually, and the victim in the 2022 is also present in person.
Oh,
Good morning, Judge Gerald Bradley, Jeremy Caulfield, Denise O'Keefe for Lori. She had waived her appearance. All right, the court has waived her appearance for this hearing and her request. Mr. Bradley, I received a motion to continue the trial you're requesting that date of 6 months out, a little more than 6 months out, February of 2025. Last time we were here, you said you had about a terabyte, I think, of discovery is what you said. Where are you in that process? I assume that's why you're asking for the correct, Judge. I don't remember the exact byte amount, but I did mention 100,000 plus pages. It's now over 100,000 officially because there's been some new disclosures. I've been going through discovery at a much faster rate, but I'm still nowhere near being done. I would note, since we filed the motion, Judge, the state has disclosed on one day another 1,160 pages, new expert witnesses, and then a couple days ago, it might be yesterday, another approximately 200 pages of discovery. It's not like I was ready to go to trial next week, so it's not the end of the world, but if there's ongoing disclosures, that might make February a little bit more difficult if they continue to be larger. Anyways, Judge, I'll rest on my motion. If you have further questions. Well, I assume what I'm trying to flesh out is the reason you're asking for the continuance is in order to be adequately prepared for trial. You need time to get through all that discovery. That's exactly right, and that's what's in the motion, Judge. I'm just nowhere near getting through all since April 100,000 pages and all the other items I've listed for it. All right, does the state have a motion? I'm sorry, a position on the motion.
Your Honor, the state is aware that we have disclosed over 101,000 bait stamped pages, as well as a significant amount of digital media. All in all, it's more than 15 terabytes of data. We have disclosed additional discovery, which were mostly lab notes, as well as some Rule 15 issues with one of the lab members. We have one additional thing we're waiting for. We did provide one of the testimonial agreements used by Idaho. They sent us another one, but it was not legible, so we're trying to get a legible copy for defense. As far as we're aware, that should complete all discovery, but there has been that significant additional discovery recently disclosed. We have spoken and reached out to the next of kin and the victim. They are aware of the fact that defense counsel was appointed in April, as well as new defense counsel again more recently. We certainly don't want to deal with any Rule 32 issues, so we do not object to this continues to give defense time to be prepared. We have, as we've indicated, already begun interviews with smaller witnesses, so we are doing what we can to start getting ready.
All right. The court finds that over Ms. Fallow's objection, she does not want to waive time, but it's necessary and in the interest of justice to waive time so that her attorneys can be prepared for trial. There is a very large amount of discovery in this case, and I said 1 terabyte. Apparently, it's 6 times that. So the court will continue the final trial management conference. Let's set a. I'm going to set a. Mr. Bradley, I'll defer you as a 1 hour block enough for our next setting. Right now, I think that would cover it. All right, let's set a. We'll call it a complex case management conference Friday, September 6th at 9 a.m. All right. And then we'll continue the final trial management conference from today's date to February 10 at 8:30 a.m. Let's make that 8:20 a.m. in this division. And we will continue the trial date to February 24th, Monday, February 24th. So we're waiving time between the current trial date and the new trial date of February 24. The new last day will be in today's minute entry. Is there anything else we need to discuss today from the state?
Your Honor.
Just briefly, Judge, I don't want to assume anything. There was a motion to be filed by the defense regarding the objection that we spoke about earlier. I just wanted to make sure that the court was okay with it. I just did sign that word of seal in each case. Thank you. So this word sealing the objections. All right, thank you. We'll be recessed on that matter.
The off-road ready Mazda CX-50. We're looking.
Okay, who's leaving? Bye, Slumlord. I'll talk to you later, my kid, and everyone. Okay, thank you for being here, my G. Bye, sweetie. Okay, one. I know I've been on a while. I'm going to continue with. I'm going to keep it up to date here this week. Timmy case files and Letecia. But with Letecia, I'm going to mark down the number for the documents. Okay, so we're going to, because if you try to like scroll, you miss so much. But I want to show you guys this. Hold on. We want to laugh before we leave, right? Right. Hold on. Barbara, you're going to laugh. I am too. Hold on. Shoot, where is it? Okay, guys, pay attention to the cat. Okay. I found this on TikTok. Did you see the cat go flying? Let's watch it one more time. Oh my God, that poor cat. Okay, one more time. It's lubin and foil. Oh my God, I can watch it over and over at what? Look at the cat.
Look at him. It's like, what are you trying to do?
Oh my god.
Oh!
Isn't that shit funny? If you don't think it's funny, get the fuck out of here.
That's funny. Hey, kid.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. What?
7 o'clock, True Crime Web. You ought to be over there. He's going to be discussing why Karen got off.
What happened? When?
No.
Okay,
No,
Miss Barbara, you know I
talking
haven't
about her
done good.
trial tonight.
Miss Barbara.
Yeah.
You know I haven't been doing good in June. But I'm getting back into the swing, okay?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you had a bad day in June. A couple. The whole month. The whole fucking last 2 years.
Well, and then yesterday was the anniversary of my nephew dying.
Oh, shit.
Right before we found Timmy.
Yeah.
It's
I
been
remember that too.
rough. But I'm still standing. God still got me standing for a reason. But you should go out over there and check out what he's talking about, because he's getting into Karen Reed's case and going to talk about why she got off.
She really didn't. I don't think she did anything to him, but that's
I don't
just,
either.
But that's just my opinion.
My opinion is that woman was not guilty. That's my opinion, because
The state did not convince me of shit.
Because the same kind of law enforcement in Fredericktown. That's why I believe it. I've had to live it.
Right. What time is he? Excuse me, going live?
7 o'clock.
Oh, I'll be there. That's in 20 minutes.
I wanted to let everybody else know it's going to be interesting, and he's helping me with Timmy's case.
Yes, he is. And he's a real detective and a good one. And I'll leave it at that.
I don't know if I told you about us going down the creek, right?
Yes, you did.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
Love
Just
you.
think. Oh, yeah. I'll just be quiet. Yeah. Okay, you guys. I want to thank everybody who came through. I know this was a long live, but it was worth it. There was a bunch of stuff packed in here. Lori Vallow, James Brenner, Mary Whittemore,
Yeah,
Letecia,
Lori.
and
I
who
don't
else?
know why they're wasting their time, money, or anything on her.
Bobbi?
No, Lori.
Oh, yeah.
Just a bunch of wasted money on that woman.
She likes to be in front of the camera, though.
Yes. See how she walks.
Who gave her death threats?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I never heard that one. That's new.
Well, maybe if she had some remorse, she wouldn't have that problem.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you, Arizona is a whole different ballgame than Idaho. Idaho is just tucked in there. Let me tell you, in Arizona, they're pretty wild there. I know people that are locked up, okay? And there's a lot of gangs. Yeah.
There's a lot of ninjas out there. Be careful, you'll get pregnant.
And crazy Mexicans, okay? And no, don't think I'm racist because my cousins are.
Better watch out for them ninjas.
That's
Hey, Misty, go over to True Crime Web tonight at 7. It'll be interesting. You'll learn something.
Here, let me put his link in the chat.
Thank you, Kit.
True Crime Web. I don't know why I do not get his notifications. That's
I don't get anybody's notifications anymore. I just get nosy and get up and see who's live every day.
I'm nosy every day.
Me too.
I am.
I'm all up in your business, Kit.
And I tell people that. I'm like, I'm just being here being nosy.
I'm all up in your business, Kit.
That's all right. All right.
But I think that's going to be interesting tonight. I'm looking forward to hearing what his eyes see on that case.
Interesting. All right. I love you, Miss Barbara.
Love you. Love you all. Thank you all for being here.
Love you all. What the fuck is going on? Oh, I'm sorry. Something popped up on my phone. What the fuck is going on around here?
Somebody's getting you. Ninjas.
Ninjas.
This job is not for everyone. It's all fun and games and jokes on social media. But this shit is dangerous. But we...
That's right. The shit is dangerous.
Dangerous. Let me ask you a question.
What?
What's the deal with everybody getting these tattoos all over their faces? I don't understand.
Well, you know, it's really no big deal to me.
I mean, I don't have a problem with tattoos. It's just kind of, I wonder why they put them on their face. Although I'd like to have some eyebrows tattooed.
Okay, let me tell you. This is my opinion, and people I know that have their face tatted. You're in a gang, okay, and that's what they do. And or also you're hiding yourself. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like I always wear my sunglasses and people are like, you're hiding yourself. No, because I think I'm cool with my sunglasses on. Just kidding, people.
I have my sunglasses on a lot, and that's because my eyes are so messed up. That's why I had to go to the doctor today and get my injections.
Yeah, I got glaucoma. So, you know, the brightness, like in the winter, I even wear them. And people don't understand how these lights really affect your eyes.
I just, everybody's seeing my eyes look all messed up because my eyelids peel.
Yeah, that's got to suck.
It's getting better, though. Them injections are helping.
Good. All right. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.